What is going on, guys, and welcome to the first Clash of Clans video on the Murder Zombies channel. Today I'm going to be going over how I, as a Town Hall 16, 3-starred a maxed out 17 base with supercharged buildings. The reason why specifically this is because dragons are not maxed out. They're not Town Hall 17 level versus the Root Rider Valkyrie strategy. Now, I did not execute this attack perfectly. There's a different way to do this attack and make it even easier. But the reason why is because I had the Mighty Musil on for 2 more attacks, and I wanted to try out these epic abilities maxed out, but honestly, it would have been easier without these abilities. And I'll explain how you should do it if you don't do it this way. Now, quickly, this guy left me a free funnel, but the way this attack starts is I'm using the Royal Champion Charge plus the Overgrowth to funnel her into the core. Now, luckily, this guy gave me a free Wizard Tower air defense. The Town Hall, but just an example, if he didn't leave such an easy funnel there, for example, what I would do is I would use the RC on this Wizard Tower, for example, and then I would put the Overgrowth on these 2 defenses to really funnel her into this little core right here. And the idea is, no matter what we're attacking, a 16 or a 17, the idea is we're trying to get the Town Hall. Now, the thing is, at 16, it's even more valuable because honestly, that Town Hall 16 poison completely destroys the mass dragon attacks. It takes out the balloons, it takes out the dragons. So Town Hall 16 is more crucial versus this type of base, but we still want to get the Town Hall. Here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to funnel my RC in, and it's honestly hilarious to me how we've gotten to a point in this game where our attacks are consisting of 1 spell. When RC Charge first became popular, this attack consisted of like 6 invis spells, a rage, an overgrowth, and a poison. And that attack will still work today. So you can even trade out those spells, you can take out these, you can take out the 11 invis, put in 6, and what I just explained. But honestly, the 11 invis spell just makes so much more sense. You're able to take out so much more of the base. I'm able to get so much value, get that Town Hall. I'm trying to get the monolith here. She goes for the expo. It stressed me out, but she does end up getting the monolith. Also, you would normally, it would be a rage and not an overgrowth. The overgrowth would be in the clan castle, and then you would have a recall to grab the RC back in a normal 6 invis spell. Okay, so normally you would have the healer puppet and the giant arrow on the queen here, and what I'm trying to do is split the base in half, and I do that by determining where the most air defenses are. So if there were 2 air defenses in this lane, let's just say 1 here and 1 on this side, which I already took out, so this is not the correct lane, and I find on this lane that there's an air defense here and an air defense here. The idea is that I'm trying to split the base through the middle, so I would probably use the queen right on this barrack. I would have her take out this archer tower, this air defense, this air defense. Now, it goes through the middle, so it takes out hopefully this, or at least damages some of this, and it kind of splits the base between the top half where the multi-gear is, the multi-archer, and the scatter shot is, where I can get my dragons up here and have them and the balloons kind of take out this whole entire area. And then I would have the queen down here because she's, again, going to have the healer puppets and the unicorn, so that's going to help her take out these defenses versus the king. I'm going to, if I need to, use a baby dragon up here to really funnel her down, but I want her to go down in this direction to these 3 defenses. Then on the other side, because it's just trash buildings, this is the side that I want to put my king plus the spiky ball and take out all this. So you can see if I had different abilities, I could execute this attack even better than I did, but this still works. So what I did was I overgrowth the top to really make sure that my dragons were going to go in. I wanted my dragons to come through here and then down to the bottom. So how I did that was I put the queen on this air defense. I wanted her to come into this segment and again really funnel the dragons down here and get the king in here. So I did that by using a wall breaker and his ability to take out that spell factory. He was able to take out the builder hut here, and he's able to distract the scatter shot and really take out this. Now I wait for the warden to cover the giant to use the hero, to use his ability. And the idea here is we want to keep the giant alive, the balloons, as much of the balloon and the stone slammer in front of the dragons, and keep the dragons alive. What's going to happen here is the balloons need to tank as long as they can, and by the time that they go out, the dragons will have enough health to tank for themselves for the rest of the attack. The giant helps the queen here, And at this point, I realized as long as I can get this air defense and this air defense, the baby dragons can really just clear out these trash buildings. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you this specific attack today is because, again, if you're using the Root Rider Valkyrie attack, that consists of maxed out Root Riders and maxed out Valkyries for both 16 and 17. So if you execute that attack fairly well, you should be 3-starring maxed out 17s, even with supercharged defenses. Versus the Mass Dragon attacks, you have to really execute this perfectly. But you can see with the 11 invis spells on the RC charge, it's honestly just ridiculously easy at this point. And again, the giant arrow plus healer puppets would have made this attack even quicker than it was. But yeah, there it is. You can beat Town Hall 17 maxed out supercharged with Mass Dragons. So let's go over the attack here. Here's what it's going to look like. Again, we want the spiky ball and the king to take out some trash buildings, and we would normally have the giant arrow and healer puppet on here. The attack is 12 dragons plus 9 balloons. The balloons are usually going to go in after the dragons, just to kind of have the dragons tank for the first few defenses, and then once the balloons, the 9 balloons, pass the dragons is when you would use the warden ability and kind of have the balloons tank for a little bit. The 2 baby dragons are 1 for the queen and 1 for the king to really funnel them in where you want, and the headhunter comes in really good with the RC charge if you need that. You have a wall breaker for funneling as well, and the archer just because. Again, this attack is 11 invis spells. It's honestly ridiculous. It makes it so much easier. You don't need the battle blimp because, again, you are really trying to get her into the core and take out the town hall every time. So that allows you to use the stone slammer to really tank for your dragons. And then in the CC, I'm going to normally use for a, for a clan war, I'm going to use 10 balloons. I'm going to use an overgrowth. The stone slammers I don't really need because I have maxed out, and I'm going to use a poison spell to take out those CC troops. And yeah, this is what the deck would look like against a Town Hall 16, for example. Should be really easy to take out. Anyways, again, that is a Mass Dragon as a Town Hall 16 against a Supercharged 17. There will be more videos to come on this channel, probably not too soon. I'll probably cover a few more attacks here, but I'm honestly going to cover more videos when I start pushing trophies, which will probably be next season when my heroes are a little bit higher level. But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's Clash of Clans video.